Today, for the very first time in the history of Thai Global, we have 48 chapters represented here in Hyderabad. We have more than 700 charter members who have registered. So, my appeal to the fellow entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship is not easy, but make sure that next 2.5 days, you're going to meet some rockstar entrepreneurs from all over the world, the thought leaders, the researchers who have walked this path before, and make sure that you have a coffee with them. We have put together one of the largest Thai mentoring lounges, which we call as a Thai Nurture Lounge. Thanks to my friend Kiran, we have put a 4,000 square feet space where at a point of time 100 charter members can network and get the networking going with these 700 charter members who have traveled to Hyderabad. Why do we become entrepreneurs? The question fascinates me. Why do we let ourselves be drawn by this enchantress who tempts us, beguiles us, captivates us? All excuses that coverage into one reason only, that we want to leave a footprint behind, and leaving a footprint behind, we are seeking immortality. In the past, we used to seek immortality through our sons. And I say it because my son is here. The Sanskrit word putra, which means son, the Sanskrit word putra, which means son, comes from the word put, which means hell. So the putra means one who relieves us from that sin. But that is by seeking the immortality. The times and dimes have changed. Now we seek immortality by becoming entrepreneurs. To a big round of applause to all the entrepreneurs who are seeking the immortality. We are that entrepreneurs who are inspired from within, magical thinkers we are. Last but not the least, I want to leave you all with this. Utsaham, sahasam, dhairyam, buddhi, shakti, parakrama, shadyate yatra tisyanti tatra devopi tisthati. Enthusiasm, adventurous spirit, courage, intelligence, energy and boldness, wherever these qualities are prevalent, God is sure to be present there. I can assure you that all these qualities are present in my city and the city of Hyderabad. Please come be the entrepreneur in this Hyderabad. I welcome you all to the Thai Global Summit 2022. Have a rocking time for the next 48 hours. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for the fiery address. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request the Thai Global Chairman, Mr. B.J. Arun, to please address the gathering.
Good evening and welcome to everybody. It's my absolute privilege to actually be a part of Thai Global Summit in wonderful Hyderabad. We have heard so much about the entrepreneurial zeal of Hyderabad, led by Honorable KTR Garu, and we are experiencing this firsthand. So I've been a part of Thai now for 30 years, and Thai is a 30-year-old organization. My home chapter is the Thai Silicon Valley chapter. And 30 years ago, there was still very much a glass ceiling in the US. And so a handful of people, had broken through this glass ceiling. And one of them actually is here. Kanwal Rekhi is the founder of Thai. And once they had broken through this glass ceiling, they said, okay, how do we help our fellow entrepreneurs? What can we do for them? So either they could sort of write checks and do charity, but instead they said, you know what? Let's teach other people, other entrepreneurs, how to create value. So Thai was founded on the premise that, creating value or creating wealth through informed entrepreneurship is a noble endeavor. So over the last 30 years, my predecessors have already talked about how we are now in 14 countries with 57 chapters. We recently had KPMG do a study on the impact Thai has had. And we have actually computed that over $1 trillion of value has been created by the Thai network. I mean, that's a significant number. $1 trillion is, about a third of India's GDP. And so that's what one organization has founded and helped create. And so moving forward, I think, we have fairly audacious goals. Where do we go now after 3 decades of having done this? And, we actually are dreaming so big that we want to help create 1,000 startups, 1 million startups. And so we've already maybe impacted 25, 50,000 startups, but we want to aspire for 1 million startups by the end of this decade. And for India particularly, I think by 2047, which is the 100th anniversary of our independence, we'd like to try and aspire for a really audacious number, like 10 million startups. And I think, it's definitely possible. Right now is a very, very fertile environment for entrepreneurship in India. And we're super excited, and we'd love to support fellow entrepreneurs, kind of down this journey. So with that, I'm actually not going to speak too much today because we have some wonderful speakers we are waiting. We'd like to hear from the Honorable, Minister as well as Mr. Shantanu Narayan. So I think I'd like to kind of cede the rest of my time to have these amazing speakers go next. Thank you, and welcome again.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request a guest of honor, Mr. Shantanu Narayan, CEO Adobe Systems, to talk about the digital ecosystems.
I think what that was about was a little bit about Adobe. I think it was supposed to be played a little bit later, but first let me just start off by saying good evening and welcome, and let you know what a privilege and pleasure it is to be back in my hometown. I hope some of you still call me Manavadu in terms of having grown up here in Hyderabad. When BJ Arun asked me if I would come to Hyderabad for the Thai Global Summit, I immediately said yes, because nothing gives me greater pleasure than in coming back to the city where I grew up. And first and foremost, let me talk a little bit about Thai and the work that they do. It truly is amazing, as he said, the fact that they are created $1 trillion of wealth, the fact that they're creating 1 million startups, I think just reflects their passion to give back to the community. These are individuals who are all incredibly successful in their right, and I think the fact that they have this passion to give back to the community is truly amazing. So thank you, Thai, for having me here today. I think the spirit of ignite, the spirit of nurture, and the spirit of grow is something, having grown up here and having gone to school here, used to all talk about digital literacy being the thing that was important, but now the fact that when you have a brilliant idea, that you can have access to capital, you can have access to talent, I think that just speaks so much to the opportunity that exists here in Hyderabad and frankly in India. Having been to the States right now, I would have said that if I was growing up right now, there is no way that I would leave Hyderabad to go to the States, because it feels like what my friend, and maybe I can call you my friend, KTR Garu, and what Jayesh Ranjan have done is created this incredible, vibrant environment here in Hyderabad.